Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss with you a statistical tool by which you can generate frequencies from the raw data. The data which you have collected through a sample survey via a questionnaire. Means, first of all, I want to introduce what the frequency actually is. What are the frequency table and what are their utilities in your research. So frequency table can be useful in describing the number of occurrences of a particular type of datum within a dataset. So frequency table, which are also called as frequency distributions, are one of the most basic tools for displaying descriptive statistics. So frequency table is a tool by which you can display the descriptive statistics. Frequency table, of course, are widely utilized as an at-a-glance reference into the distribution of data. They are easy to interpret and can display large data set in a fairly concise manner. Frequency table can help to identify trends within a data set and can be used to compare data between data set of same type. Frequency tables are not appropriate for every application. We cannot apply frequency table everywhere. They can be difficult to understand extreme values and they do not lend themselves to analysis of skew and kurtosis of the data. The major application of frequency table is rapid data visualizations. These tables can quickly reveal outliers and even significant trend within a dataset with not much more than a cursory inspection. Means by just visualizing a frequency table, we can easily identify the significant trend in the data, or you can say, is there any outlier in the data? You can easily find out with the help of frequency table. And you can also visualizing relative abundance. Means these tables can help researchers to examine the relative abundance of each particular target data within their sample. Relative abundance represents how much of the data set is comprised of the target data. It is often represented as a frequency histogram but can easily be displayed in a frequency table also. Now, it is a bit difficult to represent the frequency table of complex data set, and complex data set may need classed into interval. Means the classes of complex data set will be divided into various classes of various width. This is one disadvantage of the frequency table, is that it is difficult to comprehend complex data sets that are displayed on a frequency table. Large data set can be divided into interval classes for easy visualization using a frequency table. If we take an example, and if you ask the next 100 people you see what their age was, you would likely get a wide range of answer spanning anywhere from 3 to 93, 4 to 100, 10 to 100, 10 to 110, because age may be more than 100 also. Rather than including row for every age, in your frequency table, you could classify the data into intervals such as 0 to 10 years, 11 to 20 years, 21 to 30 years, and so on and so forth. This may also be referred as grouped frequency distribution. So, another disadvantage in terms of frequency distribution is that frequency table can difficult to understand skew and kurtosis. With the help of simple frequency distribution, it is not easy for us how your data is skewed or your curve of the data is kurtosis or not, whether it is deviated from the normal curve or not. It is not easy for us with the help of a frequency table that we can find out skewness and kurtosis in the data. So these are the few basic about frequency and frequency tables, what are their advantages, where it is used, and now how to generate frequency from a large data set. Of course, by counting the number of occurrences of a particular event and recording them on a pencil on a paper with the help of pen or pencil is very difficult. So in OPSTAT there is a separate module or a program or a tool by which you can generate the frequency. So you are very much familiar with how to open the OPSTAT web page, and ultimately you will come to this page, welcome to OPSTAT home page. Here you will see the first tab, that is generating frequency. Now when you click on this, it will open a new page having two panes. In the right hand side you will see the generating frequency procedure, how you can generate the frequency. A complete procedure is given. On the left side you will see a text area where you have to put your data. Now if we talk about data, I have already fed data, and this data is taken from internet. So this is my data. It is actually survey based data. A survey was conducted on 200 school children and 10 questions were asked. These questions are about their gender, their races, their socio-economic status, school type, program they opted for, reading, writing, mathematical ability, science score, and social studies score. So we have 200 respondents of various say age group, races, socio-economic status, and maybe male or female. Here gender is categorized. If 0 is there, means 0 is representing male, 1 is representing female. We have 4 categories of races. First category is Hispanic, second category Asian, third one is African American, and fourth one is white. In socio-economic status, we have 3 levels of socio-economic status: low, middle, and high. School type is public and private. Program is general, academic, and vocational. Then the remaining 5 variables: reading score, writing score, math score, science score, and social studies score, they are actually the variable of ratio scale. So before you analyzing the data, you must know what type of data you have. In this study, we have 2 types of data. One is qualitative data and other type is quantitative data. So I want to make clear what is qualitative data and what is quantitative data. So qualitative data is those data which cannot be measured on a particular scale, such as the gender, race, socioeconomic status, school type and program. These 5 variables belongs to qualitative data. And reading score, writing score, mathematics score, social studies score, actually these are the scores out of 100. Means these variables are measured on a particular scale. So they are known as quantitative data, or data, these variables belongs to ratio scale, and these are your ordinal or nominal scale variables. So we have 10 variables, 200 observations, means 200 respondents are there. So in order to generate frequency, my first concern is what type of data you are using. Generally, frequencies are computed on qualitative data. Means we are interested in how many number of persons belonging to a particular category. That is, my question may be how many males and how many female students are included in your survey. This is a very simple question. Similarly, one may ask, what are the percentages of various races in your survey? What are the percentages of various school type opted by the respondents? How many students opted for journal program? How many opted for academic program? And how many opted for vocational program? So such type of question can be answered with the help of just simple frequency tables. So I will demonstrate how to generate frequency from this data. So I have two types of data, qualitative and quantitative, and I am always interested in to find out frequency tables. Then I will use only qualitative data. So in this module, it is very easy to just copy the data of qualitative characters for all the 200 respondents. I have just make a copy of it from Excel sheet. Just copy it, then open the OPSTAT web page where I have opted for generating frequency tab, and in this text area I just paste this data. Now the first column represent the gender, second column will represent the data for say race, third one is socioeconomic status, fourth one is your program opted for, fourth one is your school type, and fifth one is program they have opted for. Now my question is to generate the frequency distribution or frequency table for all these 5 variables. So after pasting the data, before submitting data for analysis, you have to read this procedure. This is a very simple procedure given here. Enter the data for all the variables. Each column represents the data for a variable. Then click submit button just below the text area. This is the submit button you have to press. Specify the number of variable, number of observation per variable in the text box provided for these purposes. For example, when I submit it, it will ask few questions. Number of variables. I have submitted 5 variables for analysis. Number of observation per variable. There are 200 observations. So you type in these two figures. Then it will ask few display options. Do you want only frequency, or histogram, or descriptive statistics. Generally, I select all these three for illustration purposes. Otherwise, the frequency and histograms are relevant to this frequency generation. In descriptive statistics, generally we compute mean, variance, number of cases, etc., etc. So you can check it for descriptive statistics. Otherwise, there is no need. And when you press analyze, so your analysis is displayed in a separate web page. Here, character 1 representing your first variable, that is gender. Now from this frequency table, what we can infer? From this table, we will find that there are two categories, that is 0 and 1. 0 is coded for male and 1 is coded for female. So we have 91 male students and 109 female students in our survey. Second column of the frequency table will represent the percentage. The 91 is 46% of 200. Similarly, 55% is 109 respondent out of 200. Since it is a round off, that's why their total is not 100. So actually the sum should be 100. We have cumulative frequency and a histogram is also displayed. Of course, this histogram is not pretty good. If you create histograms with the help of Excel, that would be better. Similarly, this is the frequency table for second variable or second character. Here we have 4 responses and one correspond to, you can see, Hispanic, second correspond to Asian, three correspond to Africa American, and fourth one is white. So these are the frequency. 24 belongs to first category, 11 belongs to second category, 20 belongs to third category, and 145 belongs to fourth category. And these are their respective percentages. So with the help of frequency table, you can summarize your data and you can describe your data with the help of descriptive statistics. Now at the end, for each character, a descriptive statistic table is also given. In this table, we will see the total number of respondents in our survey is 200, their mean, their variance, standard deviation, standard error, their range, minimum, maximum, skewness, and kurtosis. So descriptive statistics for all the 5 variables is displayed here. I think this is a very simple program and very useful for generating frequency. So thank you very much. We will discuss our next module, that is cross tabulation, in a separate video. If you find this video useful, please subscribe and press bell icon to receive notification. Thank you very much.